In 1953, IBM recognized the immediate application for what it termed a random access file, having high capacity and rapid random access at a relatively low cost. After considering technologies such as wire matrices, rod arrays, drums, drum arrays, the engineers at IBM's San Jose, California laboratory invented the hard disk drive. Hard disk drive is an electromechanical data storage device that stores and retrieves digital data using magnetic storage with one or more rigid, rapidly rotating platters coated with magnetic material. The platters are paired with magnetic heads, usually arranged on a data, is accessed in a random access manner, meaning that individual blocks of data can be stored and retrieved in any order. HDDs are a type of non-volatile storage, retaining stored data when powered off. Modern HDDs are typically in the form of a small rectangular box, possible in a disk enclosure for portability. The IBM 350 disk file was developed under the codename RAMAC by an IBM San Jose team led by Reynold Johnson. It was announced in 1956 with the then new IBM 305 RAMAC computer. The IBM 350 drive had 50 24-inch platters with a total capacity 3.75 megabytes. The IBM 1301 disk storage unit, announced in 1961, introduced the usage of heads having self-acting air bearings with one head per each surface of the disks. It was followed in 1963 by the IBM 1302 with 4 times the capacity. The first disk drive to use removable media was the IBM 1311 drive. It was introduced in 1962 using the IBM 1316 disk pack to store 2 million characters. It was followed by the IBM 2311, 1964, using the IBM 1316 disk pack to store 5 megabyte, IBM 2314, 1965, using the IBM 2316 disk pack to store 29 megabytes, the IBM 3330 using 3336 disk packs to store 100 megabytes, and the 3330-11 using the 3336-11 to store 200 megabytes. HDDs continued to get smaller with the introduction of the 3.5-inch form factor by Rodham in 1983 and the 2.5-inch form factor by Prairie Tech in 1988. In 2001, the HDD industry experienced its first ever decline in units and revenue. The number of industry participants decreased to 6 in 2009 and to 3 in 2013. In 2009, Fujitsu exits by selling HDD business to Toshiba. In 2011, floods hit many hard drive factories. Predictions of a worldwide shortage of hard disk drives caused prices to double. In 2012, Western Digital announced the first 2.5-inch, 5mm thick drive, and the first 2.5-inch, 7mm thick drive with 2 platters unit production peaked in 2010 at about 650 million units. Unit shipment has been in a slow decline since then, shipping about 276 million units in 2018, with a somewhat slower decline projected thereafter. As of 2020, SSDs have become cheap enough to compete with HDDs at the capacities used by most consumers. As of February 2025, the largest hard drive is 36 terabytes, while SSDs can be much bigger at 100 terabytes. Mainstream consumer SSDs cap at 8 terabytes. Smaller 2.5-inch drives are available at up to 2 terabytes for laptops and 6 terabytes as external drives. The factors that limit the time to access the data on an HDD are mostly related to the mechanical nature of the rotating disks and moving heads, including seek time is a measure of how long it takes the head assembly to travel to the track of the disk that contains data. Rotational latency is incurred because the desired disk sector may not be directly under the head when data transfer is requested. The bit rate, or data transfer rate, once the head is in the right position, creates delay, which is a function of the number of blocks transferred. Typically relatively small, but can be quite long with the transfer of large contiguous files. Delay may also occur if the drive disks are stopped to save energy. In our time, only 3 manufacturers make HDD: Western Digital, Seagate, and Toshiba. Western Digital Corporation is an American data storage company headquartered in San Jose, California. Established in 1970, the company is one of the world's largest manufacturers of hard disk drives. Seagate Technology Holdings plc is an American data storage company. It was incorporated in 1978 as Sugar Technology and commenced business in 1979 in Toshiba. In January 2009, acquired the HDD business. Production is mainly in the Pacific Rim. Thank you for watching, and like always, have a nice day. See you next time when we look at the SSD storyline.